Alright, YouTube. In this video, I want to talk to y'all about my bulk. Alright? The summer's pretty much over. Fall time, winter time, that's coming. It's that season, right? It's about to be that season. We're going into that season. So, what is it time to do? Bulk. Now, I am not one of the type of people that bulk only because it's winter and cut only because the summer coming. There's times I bulked in the summer. There's times I cut in the winter. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just following the crowd with my personal journey, all right? Do what you want to do. But when I say bulk in this video, a lot of people are going to misconstrue and have the misconception about what I mean by bulking. I do not mean eating whole pieces and floodgates of not counting my calories and just going strictly crazy overboard. That's not what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about gaining a million pounds that I'm gonna have to cut off when I'm cutting. Because one mistake that I made back in the days, a lot of people make this mistake and they still believe in it because they think that as much weight as you gain, bulking, building muscle is not just about weight gain. I'm gonna throw that out there real quick. If you weigh 150 and you bulk up to 200, you did not gain 50 pounds of muscle. Even if you go to the gym and bust your butt, the average person does not have the good enough genetics to gain 50 pounds of muscle in a year or even 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So bulking, for just getting to 200, there's a lot of misconceptions and misunderstandings about this, right? Naturally, I promote naturally. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it for them extra few pounds of muscle or them extra few pounds you can put on a bar. But guess what? I've already been bulking. I ain't starting my bulk. I've already been bulking. I cut down to 164. 163 at a low, 166 at a high. So 164, 165, right? In the summer when I was totally, absolutely peeled. Right? What am I weighing now? I'm waking up in the morning anywhere from 173 to 176. So I weigh like 175. You know what I'm saying? Morning weight. Now people see my videos. Oh, when you showed the video where you weighed yourself in the gym, you was 180, you was 181. So you 180 something. Stop lying. Dude, that's with clothes on, that's with holding a phone, that's with after I've eaten, that's with food and drink in me, all of that. So you know what I'm saying? It's different. Later on in the day, and early morning, wake up, don't got nothing on, go use the bathroom, didn't eat nothing yet, and then get on the scale. You're gonna weigh a totally different amount of weight, all right? A lot of people don't understand that's when you're supposed to weigh yourself. That's the weight that you're supposed to say that you weigh, because you're weighing you. You're not weighing you and all the other things I just named. All those other things, you had on lightweight clothes. Dude, I just named like 5, 6 things. Those things add up to a couple pounds, right? So, with all that explanation, right? So, what I mean by bulking is just I'm still counting my calories a little roughly, a little not as precisely, but at the same time I'm not going way overboard. I'm still weighing myself and I'm still doing cardio. I'm still moving. I'm still active. I'm still getting my steps in. I'm getting my reps in. And guess what? Oh my gosh! Like I said, I was building my bench press back, right? And I went from not benching at all to trying to get back to 300 and something pounds. My max ever was 365. I weighed a lot more than I weigh right now. I was like 230 when I did it. I don't know. I was 2 something when I did it, right? And yes, mass moves mass, so that does matter. And then I stopped benching for a long time, and I had to bring it back at a lighter body weight. So at 164, I was able to do 275, and I did like 225 for like 6 or 7 reps. I had to struggle to get 7 reps. I gained this little 10 pounds. Guess what happened? I'm able to do 225 for over 10 reps. I'm able to do, I did 280 the other day on bench. I could have done more. I just wasn't feeling right that day. But honestly, when I put my bench press 225 into a rep calculator, it's telling me I could do 290, 295, 300, something like that. I forget. Are those things accurate? No, not really. They're not perfect. They're just a guesstimate, a measured guess. You know what I'm saying? But the way I felt when I did that 280, I know when I would have felt better, I could have done another 20 pounds or at least another 15 pounds. So 15 pounds plus 280 is what, 295. So I'm right there. If I'm not at 300 on bench, I'm right there at 175 pounds, right? So my deadlift, I've been chasing 545 pounds for a long time. I should have been done it. There's plenty of days I had 545 on the bar. I either chickened out or somebody distracted me and got in the way, and it just made it impossible, right? So the other day I tried it, I failed. But a couple days before that, I had it on the bar, and I knew for sure that was the day. But I was in a packed gym during the daytime. The strength, the technique, the form, the feel, everything was there. All right, all I had to do was grip it and rip it. Now, if you grip it and rip it without the form, technique, the feel, everything in place, you're gonna end up hurting yourself, right? So I'd rather leave it on the floor and come lift another day than to hurt myself just to say I did it. And now it's the last time I could deadlift because I'm messed up now because I was trying to show y'all something. You should have just did it. No. I know it's there. I'm not in that much of a rush. I'm anxious, but I'm not gonna be stupid for it. You know what I'm saying? My squat. I haven't really squatted since that 100-day challenge that I failed at day 97. I'm still mad about that. Not that crazy mad about it. But I haven't squatted since then, so I can't really tell you where my squat is at. I can tell you where it started at, where it used to be in the past, and where I got to in them 97 days, right? In them 97 days, I started only being able to do 185 pounds on the squat, which is horrible. Why was I doing that? So I could bring my squat back. A lot of people say this and that and the third, you shouldn't do that, you should have your rest days. I understand, it was a challenge, it was a 100-day challenge. I wasn't going to keep doing that, right? And I have to keep explaining that because nobody listens, right? So, back in the days, I did 400 and I can't tell you what, 400 and something, right? This is years ago. And squat always been on back burner. There was times where I didn't squat, so I would use it or lose it, right? You're not going to get up to a 400-pound squat and just keep it all. So I can do 400. You can't just do, you lay it off for 5 years. You ain't going to come back and do that 400. You're going to, all right, think about it. Take a second, right? So a smart move is to start over, right? So I started over. I decided I need my squat back. Let me start over. I was only able to do 185. At the end of them, somewhere close to the end of those 97 days, not on day 97 or 96, I forget what day it was, I was back in my threes. I think I did 330, 325, 330. I don't know. Could have probably done 340, 350, maybe 360. Right? So I started off at 185, ended up early to mid 300. Which is still whack for a person like me that's been lifting for a decade to have a 300 and something pound squat, right? No, that was after 90 something days of squatting in a row. So just imagine what I could do with 10 more pounds on my body. Well, it wasn't 10 pounds since then. They probably like 4 pounds since that day, because I was already still vocal, right? That also helped with the squat, not just the 97 days. Now, the 97 days wasn't about muscle size or strength. Of course, I'm building some muscle size and strength, but that was more about me getting comfortable with squatting again. You got weight on your back, and you going all the way down, not a half rep like this, that ain't even a half rep. When people be like that, they just bounce with it a little bit, and they re-rack it. I did it. No, you didn't. That's not a squat, bro. I squat more than you. Of course, you had more on the bar than me, but that wasn't a squat, bro. Stop it. I used to tell people I could do more than that. I was a hustle. Show, dog. People talk about I could do that now, and I'm 50. Show me a video, bro. All right. Stop. Don't tell me nothing, man. I don't believe it because I know how most people. I know how 90% of dudes squat. They don't really squat, right? So my squat, I'm predicting 400 is coming back soon. What's this? This is about to be October. By the time the end of October, each one of my lifts are going to be different. And it ain't just bench squat deadlift too either. It's been mostly training bench squat deadlift, that's more powerlifting. But I also got to think about my bodybuilding. You know what I'm saying? Even if I'm really focusing on powerlifting, because a bigger body has more potential to lift more weight. So, and plus, you know, more muscle looks better, especially when you get shredded, right? So, my goal with my bulk is to not get fat. I'm not gonna get fat. I'm not gonna get fat because I got a controlled bulk. All right. It's kind of like a recomp to a mini cut to a lean bulk to I might let it get a little more sloppy during the end of the bulk. You know what I'm saying? Right before the cut. And also, a lot of people don't understand this either. Right after a cut, your body is begging to gain some muscle. It is begging to gain some muscle. And when I say bulk and when I say cut or all the other things I just said, it's not about how much you're eating only. A lot of people, they cut down, they bulk up, they gain weight, I'm going to get big. But they go to the gym and they don't lift. You're just going to gain a bunch of fat. You're not going to gain no muscle. You ain't doing what it takes to gain the muscle. It ain't just eating, all right? Bulking ain't just eating. Use that food for fuel, to fuel your workout. It's not about how much weight you can gain. I learned that the hard way. I used to be 275 pounds years ago for a reason, and it was not muscle, right? But now, man, comment, like, subscribe, share. I'm gonna tell y'all more as it goes. I'm just giving y'all an idea of what I'm doing for this year. Oh, my goals. What are my goals? I want 6 plates. I want 600 pounds on the deadlift, right? But I want at least 6 plates, which is 585. That's in the bag. I already know that's not even a crazy goal. So 600 or more is my actual goal, right? Well, I'll be happy with 585. I get that 6 plate. That's a marker, right? My bench press, 315 should be easy to come back. Anything beyond that is my goal. 335 at least. By the end of October, my goal is at least 335. All right, the heaviest I done was 280, 90, 3, or 310, 20, 35. So that's 55 pounds. That's crazy. It's not as crazy as it sounds because it's coming back. It's not something I'm initially building. It's something I already had, but doing it at a lower body weight, which kind of does make it crazy. But even if I could get half of what my goal is, even if I could get 25 pounds or 30 pounds more than what I done lifted, all right, so 280, 93. But I'm just saying I could do more than 280 now. That wasn't the ultimate max, so it's not 50 pounds more. So I'm thinking of that as I go. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna be way in my early to mid twos, threes on bench. Squat, I want 400. I want 4 plates or more. By the end of October. But I'm not gonna gain weight every week until then. I'm gonna gain a pound or 2 here. I'm probably gonna gain a pound a week. That's what, 4 weeks and a half. That's 4.5. It's like 6. I'm not gonna gain 10 more pounds. Let's put it like that. I don't know exactly how much I'm gonna gain. I'm not gonna gain 10 more pounds. I weigh 174. I'm not gonna get up to 1. No, yes I am. I said my goal. I said this off camera. My goal, my limit, not my limit, not my goal. My limit is 185. I'm not gonna bulk up more than 185. Why? Because 185 ain't that fat for me. But at the same time, if your goal is to be lean and ripped at the end of this, I advise don't put on too much fat, because guess what? Every pound of fat you put on to see your abs and everything cut as you want it to, you gotta take those pounds off. And if you don't do it in a controlled manner, you're gonna lose all your muscle. You're gonna lose the muscle with the fat. Hey, a lot of it ain't just weight gain and weight loss. What I'm trying to tell you, all right? It's what you lose. You got muscle, fat, and water. Where we try to manipulate. Trying to keep your muscle though. You worked hard for that. Or did you? Comment, like, subscribe, share. Holler back at your boy. Keep it natty. This your boy Rapid Time. Peace. I gotta go to work.